What do you have to say? Here's our dance moves. Anyways, next up, in 57th place is Curious Skymachine by Cheez with a score of 56.75. Metropolis Zone. Bad memories are flowing back to me. Thankfully, we don't need to worry about slicers. To space! Go, my trusty bird companion. Are these mini seals? See you in space. I still find it kind of funny how these were introduced at the end of Snake Man's stage, and not something like a sky stage. Close one. Aw, it took it away. That's a lot of cloud platforms. Sheesh. Just look at it. If this was Mega Man Maker, the entire engine would have slowed down to a crawl by now. I like this though. Hopefully the spikes are only damage spikes. Can I crush him? Ah, missed. Guess I won't find out. That's it? I was hoping for a second part. Oh well, this won't be winning any rewards in terms of design, but it was pretty fun. Good point, PK. That section where we rose into the heavens on the concrete platform, that acted as a separation between the training and actual stage. Let me get the problems out of the way. Checkpoint density should be higher, and a few of the sections should be reordered, or perhaps remade. Furthermore, to ease up on the challenge, I would advise replacing some of the bottomless pits with damage spikes. That way, if you're knocked off a cloud platform, it's not an instant death sentence. Also, the boss battle was kind of eh. It should have been someone like Gyro Man instead. Last but not least, I wish there was one final vertical gauntlet which utilizes both the cloud and concrete platforms. Something like a harder version of the space elevator we encountered earlier. So I'd give this one about a 55 to 60. It's mainly being carried by its fun score. Step 2. Anger. Step 3. Bargaining. Aren't these the 5 stages of grief? Next up, in 56th place is Orbital Assault by Diamond Wolf with a score of 57. I know them. They're a viewer of mine. Low gravity plus Yoku blocks. Oh boy, we have to worry about Yoku spikes too. You weren't that tough. The elect blocks are a greater hazard. The low gravity kind of trivializes some of these challenges. The Chone gets their due. Spikefall section? Yep. And their Yoku spikes too. So as I'm transitioning into the room, I can't see where they are. They only spawn in a few moments after entering the screen. I don't like this section. By the time the Yoku spikes spawn in, you don't have enough time to move out of the way. You have to memorize it in advance. It's pure trial and error. I don't mind having to make decisions despite not having all the facts. What I don't like is if you don't have enough time to react to things, or course correct, and if the punishment for failure is death. This was somewhat apparent before the final section, however, that was the most egregious example. The checkpoint before it makes it more tolerable. It's still a problem nonetheless, and completely wrecked the stage flow for me. Just as Freem says, this is not the way to end your level. If that final section was axed, I'd enjoy the stage far more. Or put some telegraphing in the background. There are good ways to use Yoku spikes. This is a good example as to how not to use them. So I'd give this one about a 46 to 52. Sure, Mega Man hair. Gangnam Style. Next up, in 55th place is Seahorse City by Cresh with a score of 57.25. Toxic Seahorse. I love this team. One of my favorite teams from X3. And the Darkness mechanic. And Powered Up Oil. With a needle press to boot. Ah, I see why they're here. To trace the platform outlines. Hi there, reskinned Big Eyes. At least, this oil is visible. Imagine if it wasn't. and they have pitiful contact damage. Whoops, I forgot. I wasn't paying enough attention. I looked at chat for a moment. Thanks for the celebration. I wish it was actually Seahorse. That would have been fun. But this isn't MaGMML. Cresh definitely made this combination work. Should have placed it indoors then. I mean, once you enter the screen, during the transition, you can see it for a moment. There was one or two instances where this wasn't the case, but there was always a dump pen nearby. Two seconds is enough. You know what would have made this stage even better? those Firefly enemies. So I'd give this one about a 55 to 60. Mind you, this is conditional based on the constraints placed by the contest. If this was something like MaGMML Tree, I'd be far harsher.